Hi everyone, it's the 28th week in Ordinary Time and this is Extra-Ordo-Nary. This week's theme is relationships, so maybe we could look at our own relationships with people and our relationship with God as we work our way through the week. Like all of our weeks, it starts on a Sunday and it's just an ordinary Sunday, so we're celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. Monday we celebrate Saint Teresa of Avila, who was a nun. She lived with 150 other nuns but wasn't really happy with the lifestyle they were all leading, so she started kind of like a split off Carmelite thing, which was much more focused on prayer life. Tuesday, it's ordinary time, but there are two kind of special feasts, I suppose you could call them. One's for Saint Hedwig from Bavaria, no, not an owl from Harry Potter, who got married at 12 to a guy called Henry I the Bearded, who was a duke in Poland. But after he died, she moved in with her sister, who was like the mother of a group of nuns. She then became a lay nun. So as well as Saint Hedwig, we also celebrate Margaret Mary Alacoque, who was a nun of the Visitation and had a particular devotion to the Sacred Heart. She was kind of the person who really started that movement. On Wednesday we celebrate Ignatius of Antioch, who was a bishop in the early church, and some say that even Peter himself suggested that Ignatius should become the bishop of Antioch. There's not a huge amount known about him or his early life. We think he was a disciple of Paul, and wrote some letters on his way back to Rome to be beheaded or tortured. On Thursday we celebrate Saint Luke and his martyrdom. Some of you may know him from the Gospel According to, and also Acts of the Apostles. He's attributed to writing Acts. He was a doctor and a disciple of Paul, and when I say doctor, he wasn't like a doctor of the church, he was an actual physician, we think. We also think he spent a lot of time with Mary because his gospel is really the only one that really covers a lot of her life. Friday, two saints that maybe you haven't heard of before is Saint John of Brebeuf, I think. His mate, Saint Isaac Hughes. Again, I'm really bad at the pronunciation of these saints, so I do apologise. Now, they were French Jesuit missionaries and they travelled over to New France, or as I believe some people now call it, Canada. They went and did their mission out there for Catholicism and ultimately ended up becoming martyrs for the faith at the hands of the Mohawk tribe. On Friday, as well as John of Brebeuf, it's St. Paul of the Cross. Now, St. Paul of the Cross is the kind of first passionist, so someone who really focused on the passion of Christ. They wear like a little badge that has the Sacred Heart on it, funnily enough, and a white cross. So that's how you recognise those guys, and they're very peaceful and prayerful people. Finally, Saturday the 20th of October is the Vigil Mass for our Sunday, and a day obviously that we celebrate Mary on. My name's Charles, this was Extraordinary, and I hope you have an amazing week. See you soon.